Hello, welcome to this program, Out of Despair. My name is Pastor Francis MWANGI. Our topic today is about deceive. We are going to see the word deceive. Many times the word deceive, we take it negatively, but today I want us to see this word, or to look into this word positively. It depends on how we see things. We are going to read from the book of Genesis chapter 27. Genesis chapter 27, and that is from verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord, before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for my father, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver. And I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skin of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son. Yeah, we have read up to verse 17, and this is about Jacob and Esau. So in this, this is where we are going to see the positive, how we are going to change our focus about the word deceive, and it is of a very great importance in our spiritual life. Yeah, surely if we have not, or we have not taken, or if we have never known about the positivity of the word deceive in our lives, then we should be living a very miserable life, a very miserable spiritual life. And many times I do say like this, that if you don't, or you don't make use of this word deceive in your spiritual life in a positive way, then you don't have a spiritual life. And also, you may also miss heaven, because this one is a fundamental word, and it's very important in our spiritual lives. So in this Jacob and Esau, about this, what we have read, we can see in this house of Isaac and also his wife Rebekah, they had these 2 sons, and that is Jacob and Esau. So then this is when, according to the culture, their culture, and also we can see and reflect back, this also may happen also to our culture in those days, that this is where we could see that the our elder, the elder son is the one who could receive the blessings from the father or the inheritance. And then also he could, or others could inherit, is the one to decide who should also inherit what and how much, like this. So in this, Isaac, the father, now he's in his old age, and he's trying also to make everything in order. Then he calls his elder son Esau. And then he said, make me savory meat such as I love, and bring it to me that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. So this is that time that the old man Isaac called Esau to bless him. But then there is this condition, bring me savory meat, bring me savory meat, because Esau, Isaac, Jacob and Esau, they were, twins, but they had all the differences. Esau was a hairy man, and he was a man of the field. He was a hunter. But we have Jacob. Jacob was a smooth man. Jacob was a smooth man, and he was man of the tent. He was a man of the tent who was just, helping the mother just around. Like he was, we have the kids, maybe usually the lastborns, they are just around the skirts of their mothers. And then, it came in this time that Isaac could call his son Esau, because it was a very important time. This is the time that he's going to receive the blessings. Go and bring this savory meat, because his father Isaac was used, he liked this game, he liked this meat from the wild. So then it was a very important time, and then we had the mother who was, that is Rebecca, around. It is to take the secret, or to just to, she was just there listening, but this is her place, her tent. Mothers, they are just around and doing their jobs in the house here, preparation for the family. But it happened that she overheard it. And then this is a time that also we can see the mother also called, he called Jacob. And then, because the mother, between the father and the mother, Isaac, Rebecca, he knew, because before, even when these twins were not yet born, she knew about the guidance of God in their lives. And that is why he called his son Jacob. And then, I have heard about your father and how he's going to bless your elder brother Esau. Yeah, just, do this. That is why he was told to go. They say, upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice and go fetch me them. So he was told to go and bring the kids of the goat at the sheep pen, so that also the mother could make that venison, or that food that her husband Isaac loved. But then, why is Rebecca, the mother, insisting, upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice and go fetch me them? Yeah, so the mother knew everything, because when we see in verse 1, Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see. Yeah, so he could not be able to see. So Rebecca knew, or we can say the weaknesses. We can say the weaknesses of her husband. And now it is the role of Rebecca now to guide Jacob to receive the blessings. Because now Isaac has dashed. I mean, Esau has dashed, has gone, and this time it's not like other times, because he must bring that, tender meat, that tender, not like any other days. Each animal is coming from the hideout, and then pop arrow, and then he brings back home. No, this is not like the usual times. Yes, so he had to have some to select, and that is why he took some time. He had to take some time. So before this, now the mother Rebecca organized on how Jacob also could bring the kids of the goats and then prepare, because the mother Rebecca knows which kind, which he's the one who he prepares, knows the best of her husband, and not Esau. And then there was this hesitation, because Jacob could not understand this. Jacob could not receive this, because it seems to be, like the other way around, disobedience. It is like deceiving. This is like deceiving. Oh, mother, Rebecca, how can I do this? I have been obeying you. I have been obedience unto you, but up to this, no, I think it's not going to work out. And that is why the mother is saying, only obey my voice. Only obey my voice. Yeah, why is he saying this? Yeah, because Jacob is also having some other voices. He is listening to his own voice. He can see. And also, he's able also to, yes, to detect and also to perceive that, now this time, no, I cannot do this to my father. This one is too much now. Yeah, because even in how they were born, naturally, by nature, they had differences. That is Jacob and Esau. Esau was a hairy man. He was more masculine, than, like his brother Jacob, And also he was a man of the field. He was like almost like a cruel and, brave and courageous. We have people that, I'm sorry, whether they are, masculine, especially men, they cannot even kill a rat in the house. Maybe they may shout, maybe call the neighbors like this. Yeah. So it depends. Not that they are cowards, but maybe they don't like, they feel like irritated when they see a rat. Some they fear, but some may fear. Also some are warm. They cannot even a worm. I'm sorry, sometimes you may find maybe even a snail has found its way in the house, but we have also men who cannot be able even to help and then remove that snail from the house. But then this is not the likes of Esau. Esau all the way. He could even meet with some other dangerous animals in the field, and he could be able even to tackle them, to attack them. So he was more masculine. He was, a hairy man of the field. He was used to this. But then, contrary to this, Jacob was more feminine than masculine. He was a smooth man. And he was just working in the tent and looking after the sheep and goats. Those kids in the family that they are sent out to look after the animals, these are the you know, the most weak in the house. You remember in this family of Jesse, yeah, when the man of God came in this house, as he was sent by God even to anoint the next king of Israel. Samuel also, was as a human being also he could look at certain, features that this one fits to be a king, the likes of Eliab. But God told him no, because he looks like this one is fit to be a king. Yeah, but no one, God, it was not confirmed. God did not confirm. Then what is why he asked, is there anyone which is remaining? Who is remaining? We have the one who is just like those who are sent to look after the animals. No, they don't have, they are so weak, even they cannot bear to be in the field or to be in the shamba the whole day. So then he was called, and this is the one who was anointed to be king. So it is normal in our homesteads. It is normal in our household. Yeah, so then, he was just, it is the same to Jacob. He was just helping in the house and maybe helping the mother in washing dishes and cooking, so all over. And even the voice, the voice was like more feminine than masculine. Yeah. So he tends to be, he was just like, according to his nature, he qualifies also to be despised, I am sorry, this one also reminds me when I was a young boy, I was a bit skinny, and sometimes I was those kids that you ask, is this one, is she or he? Somehow I was mistaken. Yeah. But then, anyway, it is by nature like this. So, as Jacob was more than this. And he qualified to be deceived, to be looked down. To be despised, to be looked down, more especially by his brother Jacob. Because, it was all praises, his brother Isaac. It was all praises in this house of Isaac. You can say, you be like your brother Esau. You see now, we are enjoying all this game here. Yeah, what are you doing here? Like this. That's why, because of how weak I was, and then I developed this habit of hunting. And this is when I went to hunt. When I grew up a bit, then I was a hunter. Those good old days where animals were everywhere. Sometimes we could mistake, is this our goat or this is a gazelle, like this. So I was a hunter, and then alone with 3 dogs, I could go in those escarpments of Rift Valley, because this is where I was brought up. And then alone like this, I could, with the 3 dogs, and then with a club like this, and with a panga, then I could get one, big antelope. If I could not be able to carry it back home, and that is why I could call my elder brothers. And that time, when I came home, when my father came, and then, wow, who brought this? Wow. And then that time I was so happy, and I felt like, now, I'm not the one to be looked down, to be despised, However, according to my stature, but then I'm acting like, masculine. So I wanted this kind of praises. That is why I developed this hobby of hunting. I liked hunting, going, and we could not miss, even in a week, we could not miss that game in our house. Even though we could just prepare it in our own way, Yeah, so then in this, I can feel, I can figure out about, the mind of Esau, and how he could despise his brother Jacob. He felt and he took all the praises. And this time, now, it is so important. It is the most important time in his life. This is where he's going to receive the blessings, because now the old man, is about to expire. And then he's now, putting his house in order. Yeah. So like he's at the center point, this Esau now. It is his time. If he misses this, he has to miss everything. But then that's why, on the other side, Rebecca is preparing Jacob to go and receive these blessings. So he was listening to his own voice, because he could see himself. Now I'm a smooth man. Even I'm more feminine than masculine. That's why, I cannot dare. Even I'm going to receive a curse instead of a blessing. So she was listening to this voice. And that is why Rebecca is saying, upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice and go fetch me them. Only obey my voice. So there is no other way. It's only to obey the voice of the mother Rebecca. He cannot receive the blessing, he cannot go for the blessing, he cannot get this strength, he cannot get this power, to receive this blessing, to go and take this venison to the father so that he can receive the blessings. The voice, the power is coming from the voice of the mother Rebecca, because the mother Rebecca knew the destiny of these his two sons, because he's the one who is holding the word of promise. That's why confidently, the mother Rebecca is telling Jacob, only obey my voice. Only obey my voice. This means what? If you listen from another voice, from the voice from yourself, from your own, thoughts, or how you are seeing yourself, then you are not going to receive the blessings. So we can see Rebecca changed Jacob to become Esau. With those two kids of the, because he knew the weaknesses of his husband. He cannot see, but then he can feel. So he changed Jacob to be like Esau. So with that skin that, from the two kids of the goats, and then at the shoulders, he could put that skin. At the hands, he could put that skin. Because to make him to look like Esau, his brother. So he's only obey my voice. And then this was the time that he came. Mother prepared everything. After the mother prepared everything, now go to your father and take this venison. I know. I'm the one who knows. What your father, because I am, his wife. Then when now Jacob came, he has to go through this test, the first test. It is like, that time of exams, the national exams. The first question: who are you, my son? Yes, even though he could not be able to change the voice. Esau, he's like masculine. And then his voice is like, roaring like a lion. But then, I am Esau, your firstborn. Without any, with all the confidence from the voice of the mother, from the guidance of the mother, I am Esau, your firstborn. And then, then please come near that I may feel you, my son, whether you are really my son, Esau, or not. So he come near, I feel you. Oh, maybe this time, maybe he could be trembling. Oh, I am trembling. No, oh. But then he had where did he get all this confidence? It is only to obey the voice of the mother, of the mother Rebecca. And then, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Oh, he passed the first question, second, like this. But then this one, the voice, because he could not be able to change the voice. The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And then what happened now? And Isaac did not recognize Jacob because his hands were really like his brother. So he was blessed. Yeah. So this is how Jacob received the blessing. Then after this, his brother Esau came from the hunting. And then he was panting. Father, I have come. I have brought. But then it was too late, something. The father said, I ate all of it before you came. And then I have blessed him. So these times, this was not my son Esau, but was my son Jacob. So Esau, that time, he was exceedingly, he cried exceedingly, bitterly. And then, he was like, he remembered now. He took away my birthright. That time he came from the field and he was fainting and he didn't get anything. And this is the time that Jacob was, preparing that, porridge. Just let's exchange. He took away my birthright and now, look, he has taken away my blessing. So he had all this grudge. When I meet him, I'm going to kill him. Now I cannot spare him. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah. Here, Jacob deceived himself. This is the importance of this now, the word deceived. If you miss this one in your spiritual life, you miss heaven. You miss all the blessings. So Jacob deceived himself and obeyed Rebekah's voice so he could receive the blessing. Yeah, he deceived himself. Why? Because what is the qualification to receive the blessing? I must be Esau. So I should deceive myself. So Jacob deceived himself. Because there is the voices, he can see, he can feel. I am a smooth man. I'm a smooth man. And all the way I have the differences. I'm contradicting with my brother Esau. And he's the one who is qualified to receive this blessing. That's why the mother is saying, only obey my voice. Only obey. To obey the voice of, Rebecca. To obey the voice of Jesus Christ. Because what is God saying? My thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. So I should only deceive for me to receive, for me to obey, for me to believe in that voice of God, in that voice of Jesus Christ. I should deceive myself. I should deceive myself. That's why in Jeremiah 20 verse 7 say, O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. So Jeremiah is saying, you deceived, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Oh, God, you have deceived me. Why? Because it is not my mind, the way of God. The word of God is totally different from my thoughts, from my word. That's why Jeremiah here is confessing, oh Lord, thou hast deceived me. Thou hast deceived me. Yeah, that is why in 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 8 says, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceiver and yet true. Yeah, Jacob seems to be a deceiver, but true. Why? Because who was qualified to receive the blessing? It is the one who had the birthright. He's the one who has the birthright. Who has the birthright? It is Jacob. Yeah, he qualified. Yeah. So he seems to be a deceiver, but yet true. Yet true. Yeah. So then here, Galatians chapter 3 from verse 10 says, Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, also having become a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone who hangs on a tree. Yeah, so in this, we should, and I should, you should, focus into the Word of God. What I see, what I feel, how I am, it's not important. The situation is not important. What is important? It is the Word of God. So, for me to believe the Word of God, I should deceive myself. That's why there is this positivity or the importance of the word deceive in our spiritual lives. I hope that also you also receive this, and also you are so much graced in this. As also we continue in this episode, I hope that you are going to majorly, to use or to make use of this word deceive, and then you are going to receive all the blessings from heaven. Thank you very much, and God bless you.